Hello, everyone. You know, I just want to be upfront that I think this is going to have a bit of a different tone to it. I've really been struggling the past couple of weeks, and I just want to be honest about that. So I'm still here. I know I haven't been as active and as present on the channel, and I want to say thank you to everyone for holding space for that. And I did film a vlog where I'm just sharing some of what's going on and some of my feelings and my thoughts, so I won't go too much into it here, but I don't want you to be alarmed if the tone of today's live stream is just a bit different. It's just been really challenging for me the past couple of weeks with just stressful crisis situation, one after another piling, and trying to navigate that and manage with my own mental health. Hello, David. Yes, I do hug Gus, my foster dog, really frequently right now. Hello again, Alkin. As always, I want to remind you guys that any advice I give or anything like that is just based on my experience or the experience of other people that I've talked to. I am not a mental health professional. I am a life coach, but I'm not a mental health professional. So if you are having a mental health crisis, please make sure that you're reaching out and getting the help that you need and deserve. And if you need help connecting to resources, we always do list the suicide hotline in the description of the videos, but if you need help connecting to different resources or anything like that, just know that the community is here for you, and we're absolutely here to listen. If you are wanting to make sure that I see a specific message, please use that super sticker function, because it can get quite chatty in here and we get a lot of people. So make sure that you're using that super sticker function if you want to make sure that I see your message. You can also use the super chat function. Every single dime of both of those, of the pledges from both of those, goes toward my mental health outreach projects. And I promise the one that I've been talking about, the big one, is still under works and it is wrapping up. There's just been a lot of last minute snags, which has been one of the things that's stressing me out the most. It's been really challenging to continue dealing with that when I just feel like I want things to move forward, and I feel like so many of the big things are just stuck in this purgatory, and it's really frustrating to me. I'm not gonna lie, it's extremely frustrating when you feel like you have all these things that you're wanting to share and all these things that you're wanting to do and all these things, your hand in so many different pots, and the pots start burning you. And that's where I feel like I'm at. Hello, Edward, Damien, Aaron, one and only Marcus, the one and only Marcus. This is the Marcus, like Prince or Britney or Cher or Madonna. You just know Marcus. I love it. And you're welcome. You're welcome for any of the advice and support that I give. Julie, love you too. John, hello. Derek, hello again. I can definitely reach out to Shawn Mendes. I don't know much about his story, but I'd be happy to try and reach out to him and talk to him. Thank you for that suggestion. Yeah, Damien, to say I've had it tough in the past couple weeks would be the understatement of the century. I want to be here and I want to be present. And I always do feel like these streams, and I just got off a Zoom call with the Patreon pack. I feel like being able to communicate with the community and being able to talk and share is always very helpful, and just getting the love from you guys and being able to share that love back is very helpful. But I really do appreciate everyone holding space, that I'm being a little inconsistent. As I've said, as I was saying to the Patreons, and as I said in the vlog that I'm about to release, I know that I can be kind of inconsistent, and I really do appreciate everyone holding space for that. That's one of the most beautiful things about the community, because I'd be a hypocrite if I said, okay, I'm going to drive myself into the ground and drive my mental health into the ground trying to produce content or make sure that I get this video out on this exact timeline. Like, I don't even know where this timeline is coming from. It's just in my head, and I'm trying to put this pressure on myself that shouldn't be there. And I know that. So I'm really working on that. Yes, Aaron, there are lots of Eskimos. If you don't know what Aaron is talking about, in my 5-day free happiness boost challenge, there's a video that explains that. If you weren't a Boy Meets World fan in the 90s, if you were, you're part of the cool crowd here, you know what we're talking about. But yes, there are a lot of Eskimos right now in my life. Thank you, Max, for the hugs and the virtual hugs and kisses. David is not wrong. Adulting can be really difficult. And thank you for reminding me that I matter. Julie says, I'm here because of Christian Burns. That was the best interview because of Christian Burns. Thank you. I thought that that was really wonderful. It was very special for me because I shared a really close connection to my mom with BB Mac. As a matter of fact, I said this in the interview, with the last voicemail my mom ever left me. She was talking about the song Back Here, and the memories of BB Mac was really special, and I had a huge crush on Christian. So getting to interview him and talk to him so candidly about mental health was a very, very special experience for me. And I'm glad that it brought you here. I'm glad that you're here in the community. Good afternoon, Pastor Dean checking in. Awesome. Hello. Yusuf says, finally someone to talk to. Absolutely. We are here. I need some good news. I don't know about y'all, but I need some good news. So I'm going to dive right into sharing the good news from around the world right now. I think this is really awesome. Electric ears listen to poachers in a key Central American jaguar habitat. A gunshot explodes through the rainforest, followed by what sounds like branches falling from a tree. A dog barks. Tito, did I hit it? A man asks his companion in Spanish. Oh, yes, I did hit it. Look, there's blood dripping. I shot it from over there. These sounds were recorded on an acoustical monitoring unit deployed by Panthera, a wild cat conservation organization in Guatemala's Sierra Canal National Protected Area, a region close to the Honduras border. We believe they shot an animal that was up the trees. Franklin Castaneda, Panthera's Honduras director, told Mangabe. I'm guessing it could have been a monkey or some kind of great carazo bird. In 2017, Panthera, that's so hard to not say Pantera, I'm not going to lie. Panthera started using acoustical monitoring systems to help strengthen its anti-poaching patrols in 3 protected areas: Honduras's Cusuco and Jeanette Cawas National Parks and Guatemala's Sierra Corral National Protected Area. Now that the program has been running for 4 years, Castaneda says he can see its positive effects on the organization's patrolling efforts. For instance, in August 2020, authorities were able to arrest 3 poachers in Honduras based on acoustical information, according to Panthera. The acoustic monitoring is a tool that gives us information to improve patrols to make them more effective. For example, we now know that poachers are preparing to go out on dark nights when the moon is not out. How do we know that? We know that because we hear a lot more gunshots in the dark nights. We rarely ever hear gunshots when we have a full moon. While any kind of illegal hunting is a concern, the Panthera team is particularly worried about the jaguar, Panthera onca, a species threatened by habitat destruction, poaching, and wildlife trafficking through Central and South America. Jaguar conservation is especially important in Guatemala and Honduras because these regions help maintain genetic diversity across the jaguar corridor, which connects core jaguar populations between Mexico and Argentina. So I just think that that's really awesome that they're using technology to move forward these efforts. I think that that's really beautiful. There was also, I'm just going to share a couple, not the whole story. Oh, it changed my stories. Oh, okay. Well, darn. There was some other really good stories. I was just going to read some of the headlines. I think this is kind of cool. From invisible to activist, how Spain's migrants started to fight for their rights. That's cool. Crab invasion, alien species goes from pest to prophet. Okay, that's not cool. Never mind. I read that wrong at first. Change is possible. Meet the Gen Zers who embrace climate optimism. A group of indigenous chefs and activists are using food to teach history. 2 Brazilian scientists develop low-cost patent to help with certain diseases. Transforming oil fields to solar farms. So see, there's some good news in the world. I needed that right now. I just need the boost of good news. And I always share that because I feel like when we get in the doom and gloom place, that I'm not going to lie, I'm starting to feel myself being pulled into. It's really important that we're being cognizant of the media and things that we are taking in. And I don't watch the news, so I really like reading about happy stories and hearing about happy stories and hearing about people's successes and whatnot. Even if there are struggles, we have to focus on the successes too. And I've been focusing on my own as well, but we don't want to be completely ignorant toward everything, and we don't want to ignore our own challenges. We have to find balance there. Hi, Victor. Victor, by the way, I'm glad you're here. I still have your kitty headphones. So if you could use my email down below and send me an email with your address so I could send the kitty headphones from a few weeks ago, make sure to do that. I really wanted to get those to you because I signed them specifically for you and everything. Max asked, Amanda, have you watched any anime? I've watched One Piece. My ex was really in One Piece. My son is currently into One Piece, and I've watched a little bit of that. I watch a little bit of Death Note. I think I've seen a few anime movies or an episode of a show here and there, but I couldn't tell you which ones. But I'm most familiar with One Piece and Death Note. I actually got to cosplay as Nami several times. I met Chuck Norris and Jesse Eisenberg. I started to say Heisenberg. Jesse Heisenberg. I never made that connection. Jesse. Okay. Anyway, I met them while dressed up as Nami. I think I met. Yes, I met the girl that plays Ginny Weasley. I can never remember that actress's name. I feel so awful, but I met her dressed up as Nami. So yes, I do have a little bit of my toes in that world. You have a blessed day too, Julie. Thank you. Yes, Nick. I'm sorry that your stress is sky high. Mine is sky high as well. And I feel like there's something kind of in the air. And I think maybe it's just all of the panic going on with a lot of political situations. I think there's a lot going on for everyone personally. So I think a lot of people's stress is a little bit higher right now. Mine is just 2007 Brittany. Please, guys, please, please, please. Pledge so I don't shave my head. All right. We're going to have to raise so much money in here just so I don't shave my head. So if we raise so much money for the mental health outreach project, I won't end up having a nervous breakdown and shaving my head. There's your incentive for the day, because I don't think anyone wants to see that. I don't think that would look good. Hi, Casca. Derek says, for any metal fans, Pantera is going on a reunion tour in 2023. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Nick says, I've been holding everything in for 7 years. Well, I am glad that you have found us, because you don't have to hold anything in anymore. You can share and you can be open, and we will do our best to guide you or just listen, whatever it is you're needing today. So I'm glad you found us. Thank you so much, Shokum. Victor says, so I'm in New York and the Win have finished working on car I've been working on for 10 years and sold, and gave all the money to my cousin for her wedding. Snaps to you for that. I know, premature snaps, but snaps to you for that. For those of you that don't know what I'm doing, just stick around. We'll get to it. David says, in Africa, several countries are giving military training and equipment to park rangers, and they are allowed to shoot to kill with poachers to protect the animals. What do you have to do to get this job? Because I think that I could offer some very, you know what? I'm just going to stop right there before I say anything on YouTube. I think that my shadow and I could really offer a lot of passion and skills to that position. I will just leave it at that. Marcus says, hey, everyone, made it at last to join live. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you were here and that you made it. Bart, hi, Amanda. I'm feeling really sad and angry. My best friend lost her son to an OD last night. He was only 21. I am so sorry. That is so tragic when someone loses their life, especially to something that can be so preventable, you know, and it always breaks my heart to hear about suicides and ODs, specifically things like this, because it just shows how easy it is to be swept away. And I hope that you are able to bring comfort to your friend during this time and remind her that it has nothing to do with her parenting. It has nothing to do with her. Sometimes people just get swept up in their struggles and they don't know how to manage them or how to cope with them. But I'm really sorry for your loss. And if you or she want to come and share memories of him and just keep him alive here in the community, allow us to know him in that way, please feel free to do so. You're welcome to do that in the comments of any video. I read all of the comments, so I just wanted to encourage you to do that if it feels right for you, but I am really sorry for your loss. Alkin says, Amanda, again, you don't have to post every day like other channels. Well, that's good because I don't want to. You have also be in a good mood. Keep up your good health to help others. Thank you. I do not have Swedish heritage as far as I know. I don't think so. Damien says, glad my alarm went off for this. I'm glad your alarm went off for this too. Thank you, Erin. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Max says, I have the entire One Piece downloaded. We'll start it next year. I think it's on Netflix because my son's watching it right now. It drove me nuts, though, because he started to watch in English. And even though I never got really into it, I couldn't do it. I just, no. Turn it in Japanese and put subtitles on. I can't do this. I cannot even hear it from the other room. It's wrong. It sounds wrong. Put it in Japanese and read the subtitles. So, yeah, stressful isn't a strong enough word these days. I was just saying the other day that I can speak 2 languages and I can't find a word to express where my mindset and mood are these days. Just, Nick, but I want to get famous for saying leave Miss Amanda alone. I remember that guy. I remember that video. How much to have Amanda go bald? No, you don't want to see that. You absolutely don't want to see that. Whew. Hi, Nikki. Dean says Nikki's here watching. Hello, Nikki. I hope that you are doing amazing. Oh, we have Mark from North Dakota. First time on the stream. Welcome. I'm glad that we have so many different people from all over here and in the community. Love you, Amanda. Like everything you do. Do you have a Swedish heritage? No, I don't think I do. Andre says, hi there, first time here. Look at all the first timers we have. More people are finding us. That makes me happy right now. Anything to just boost my mood a little bit at the moment. I have my essential oils and my water. And as I've said before, yes, I am sponsored by this company, but I love this water bottle so much right now because it keeps my water cold. And typically I don't like cold water, but when it's 115 degrees outside and or I'm having really bad anxiety, I need my water to be cold because it helps with my mental health. It helps with my anxiety if the water is colder because it kind of snaps me back into reality. So there's nothing worse than when you're having anxiety and your water winds up lukewarm. So this is really nice. I can fill this up and it stays cold for days, even if I'm dragging it around in the 115 degree heat. I've been in the situation before where I'm out and about and I have water and I start getting really bad anxiety and I go to take a drink of the water and just because it's lukewarm, it doesn't really do what I'm needing it to do because I'm needing it to, of course, hydrate my mouth because I'm getting dry mouth, but I also need it to snap me back into reality. I'm needing that intense physical sensation to bring me back to reality. So this has been an awesome thing. And I will post the link for that and the discount code Mentalton if you go to coldest.com or if you go to coldest.com, I apologize, coldest.com. It's amazing. And I will post all the information in the description here once we're done. But yeah, water has been huge for me. So I'm sitting here with my essential oils and my water and I've been burning candles all over my house. I think I'm going to sage again today. And I'm going to have to actually, I'm posting a vlog tomorrow. I already filmed it and I'm posting it and I shot it over here in my new little corner that I have that's been really nice. It's a pink beanbag chair and it's just been a nice little reading nook. So I've been reading a lot lately and trying to decompress because there's just seriously a lot of stressful situations going on that I have to figure out how to navigate through before I absolutely lose my mind. I just want to say in full disclosure, because as I've said before, you guys are so open with me and vulnerable and are willing to share your struggles. And last night, my self-harm just kicked up really hard. And it was incredibly difficult for me to get through that. I started having the cravings for the drugs and the cravings for my X-Acto knife was my personal favorite method, but I started having the cravings really bad and I went through so much ice last night, just holding ice over the sink just to get some sort of an intense, slightly painful sensation to offset it. But I was just really in a rage, and I'm not an angry person. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm not really an angry person, but I was just in this white hot rage last night. And that coupled with all of the stress just led to a lot of cravings, led to a lot of dark thoughts, led to a pretty sleepless night, to be honest. And I just really had to start turning to the more acceptable dark skills that I have, or things that I turn to. I was watching a certain scene in Handmaid's Tale. I was watching some kill counts, things like that, writing a little bit, because I feel like writing things, as long as you're not going to act out on them, or as long as it's just a way to get it out of your head and channel it somewhere else, I think that can be helpful. So I was just doing things like that, and I have my rubber band that's been helping. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a real difficult chapter of my mental health journey the last couple of weeks. So just want to be transparent about that. I just want to share with you guys. I'm really struggling right now, and I want to believe that I'll get through it. I know that I have strength. Sometimes it's just hard to tap into it when things are really just crushing you, and it's one thing after another. But I'm really grateful that I do have a community of people that I know care, and that I care about, and that we can be here and love each other. I just really want some things to get off my plate, and I want some other things to move forward, so I'm not just stuck in purgatory. I want our big project to move forward, so I can officially announce it, so we can talk about it, and so we can get excited again. I want to be able to do that. I don't want my mailbox key to be missing. I don't want the financial struggles right now, or the physical struggles right now. Of course, nobody wants struggles, but I'm tired. I'm physically and mentally exhausted right now, to be honest. But I'm sorry for the first timers that are in here, that are kind of being exposed to the heavier stuff. Usually these streams are pretty upbeat, and I want to keep some positivity and stuff in here, of course, but I also just want to be honest and raw, and I don't want to censor myself or pretend that everything's okay, because then that would defeat the entire purpose of this channel. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'll be posting a vlog talking a little bit more about it tomorrow that I filmed yesterday. Jason says, I stumbled upon your channel, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel alone in my battle. I've struggled with bipolar disorder for 30 years now. You're not alone. So I'm glad that you realize that, and I'm humbled to be part of that. I needed that this morning. Thank you. Albert is here from Germany. Hi from Germany. Sebastian's in here. I didn't do conscriptions. I have to now. I'm sorry, I never used a gun. That's completely okay. I am going to go shooting this weekend, I hope, because I need to get some of my emotions out in a healthy way. I need to process some things that are going on. I need to really connect to my coping mechanisms right now more than ever. And that's my focus. I've been in survival mode the past couple of weeks, where everything I'm doing, when I took the week off, yes, because I was trying to redo my setup, because I wanted to see something moving forward, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to take a week off, partially for my mental health, partially to redo my setup and make sure that everything is as good as it can be, because you guys deserve that. I thought, okay, I'm going to do this and really focus on my coping mechanisms and stuff, take time for myself. And it did help a little, but everything's so heavy. Most of you will understand what I mean there. Derek says, you have so many people here for you, just like you have been here for us. This is a true pack. We've got everyone's back, including yours. Thank you. I've really been having to remind myself of that the past few days, that I'm part of this community. And as much as I encourage everyone to be honest and share and talk and rely on each other, I have to remember that I can do the same. And that's what I'm doing right now, is just talking and sharing, and I might not particularly want to go into detail about everything right now, but I just want to let you know that it's not I broke a nail. I mean, although I did do that too, but it's not a insignificant I broke a nail. It's very significant things, many very significant things all going on at once, and I'm just having to triage what I handle right now, and I'm doing the best I can. And I remember my dad used to say that, and it would send me into a rage. God, I hated that statement so much, but now I get it, and I feel bad for being so upset with him about it. I love how people are sharing their heritage in here. That's really awesome. I know I have Native American heritage, but I don't know my full backstory. I know that my grandmother had done our lineage, and I actually have the book that she'd done our lineage on that side, and I really want to dive into it a little bit more. Oh, I'm getting lost here. Lots of messages. I'm trying. Jason says, you're entitled to having bad days just like everyone else. Just always know you aren't ever alone. It looks like you've got an amazing community. I really do. I'm so lucky for it. And you are part of it. So you have this community too. This community is open to all of you as well. DSG Goodbar says, it's okay to not be okay. We're here for you. And we got you. Appreciate the honesty and vulnerability. Your community is here to lift everyone out of the muck. Yep, I'm definitely just needing lots and lots of wings right now. Lots of wings. I appreciate you guys and all of your positivity and kind words, and just understanding that if I can't always be positive, that's okay too. And you don't have to be either. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to be someone you're not. I feel like the more we talk about, the more we just share, the more we're just honest, the less this becomes a problem in society. Let's do the snap cup, shall we? Because I need to sing, and I need to torture all of you with my singing voice, and I need to connect with all the winds of the community. So for those of you that are new, since we seem to have a lot of new people, this is inspired by Legally Blonde 2. It's just a way to share warm fuzzies with each other and acknowledge and celebrate each other's wins. And it comes with the song, Snap Cup, I can't even sing today. Snap Cup time, gather ye round. Friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and you'll find harmony and love in a snap cup. And I think the not blowing up part is very important to me today, because I've just felt like kind of blowing up. So we're just going to pass this around so we don't blow up. Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you for supporting me and having my back and loving me. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you, Tawaka. Thank you so much. Are we getting snap pledges? I love that. I love that so much. Thank you. The Warrior Poet. I know you're in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure you're in here somewhere. So it's a small win, no such thing. But the first time I feel it actually qualifies as a win. After 3 to 4 years of writer's block, I finally broke that barrier and wrote new lyrics yesterday. I was happy with how it turned out. Well, snaps to the Warrior Poet for that. Snaps for overcoming that writer's block. That can be such a beautiful feeling, because you just finally feel like all these things that were somewhere in there, it's just like a floodgate that opens up, and you get to have that release. That's what it always was for me. It just felt like a release, and I love that so much. Snaps to you for getting your release, and I can't wait to hear. I believe that this is music related, so I can't wait to hear more about this and hear your amazing work. Hear what you have to create. Casca's a snap song, but now try to rap it. That's something, maybe one day. Pledge for that, and I will wrap it, because I feel like I'm going to make an idiot of myself. Oh, we have Washington. David says, my first time live with you, although I've seen many of your videos, I struggle also. You bring me hope in your smiles and positivity. Well, I'll try to bring some positivity today. I know that it's going to be a little heavier, but I still need to find positivity. Otherwise, I'll just go absolutely insane and probably start breaking things. Maybe bones. Not mine. Anthony J. Adventures Tactical Tony. Anthony J. Adventures Tactical Tony. That is a very long name. This is Anthony J. New channel name. The 12th was the 5th anniversary of my late wife Lisa's passing. I usually get really depressed. I 100% blame myself for her suicide and get into my head and make attempts myself to join her, but I didn't this time. Still feel depressed, but think I'll be okay this time. I believe you'll be okay too. And it breaks my heart to know that you feel responsible for that you feel that it's your fault, because once we get to that point in our heads, it's not just as easy as someone saying, look, I love you, to pull us out every time. So it does break my heart that you feel that way, because beneath her symptoms and beneath her pain, she knew that you loved her. But I'm really happy for you that you see that hope now and you're starting to see that light. And it's absolutely common to get depressed on traumaversaries like this. I get depressed sometimes on the traumaversaries of my parents' passings. I posted a Mother's Day vlog just about some of the ways to cope with loss that's helped me. So maybe if you haven't watched that, you might find that helpful. But thank you so much for sharing. And I think Lisa would be happy to see that you're starting to heal and you're starting to move forward. And I'm very happy for you and I'm proud of you, Snaps. Thank you so much, Eric. Snap dance jingle required with the song. You have to describe what a snap dance jingle is. So, I mean, so I have to do a little snap cup time. I don't know what kind of dance. You guys don't want to see me dance. I definitely white girl dance. The Wear Poet says, I love how clear my head feels after it's done. I can email you the new entry if you want. Absolutely, please. Edward S. says, my daily step count is now hovering between 11 and 12,000. As a barometer, around a year ago, I literally had many days less than 1,000 steps. I truly believe greater activity equals better mental health. I agree with that. That's why in my happiness boost course, one of the 5 puzzle pieces of happiness is finding your fitness. And no, that doesn't mean going to the gym or doing a bunch of circuits. It means finding ways to incorporate activity into your life that work for you. But yes, snaps to you for that. That is such a jump in a year from 1,000 to 11 to 12,000. Very proud of you. Amazing. And I obviously agree that it very much does help with mental health. It makes a huge difference. I've been walking more since I got Gus. So I've been walking him in the mornings and the evenings, and Aaron and I like to go on walks a lot. So I've ended up walking a lot. It's hard because it's pretty warm out, even late in the evening or even early in the morning. It's still pretty warm, but I've been making do, been figuring it out the best I can. Damien says, break bones, maybe just watch more kill counts. I swear I've probably given James A. Janice at least a couple therapy sessions worth of money just watching his videos, binge watching his videos. Just some awesome person. So I'm going on vacation for the first time in 3 years. It feels weird. Like I'm not sure what to expect at all, but I'm glad my girlfriend planned the whole thing because she knows how much stress I've had from work the past months. Planning a vacation is stressful. And this week has been especially stressful, needing to recover from last weekend's strongman competition. Oh, I love it. I've pretty much been falling asleep every time I've had spare time, but just one more day of work. Well, snaps to you for that vacation, snaps to you for your strongman competition. And I think that your body is trying to tell you that you need rest. And I hope that you get that on the vacation, mentally and physically. I hope you get lots of rest and get to catch up and rejuvenate. DSG Good Bar says, good ways to be active is a positive thing for your mind, body, and soul, even just a nice little walk every day. Yep. And I've had a yoga challenge going on too, a personal yoga challenge that's been helpful, because I'm sorry, I'm not going to go to the gym right now. I'm just not. I don't have zero desire, except when Bryce comes around and he wants to go with me. I have zero desire to go to the gym right now, and that's okay. So I'm just finding other ways to incorporate physical activity at the moment. Bomber44 says, ran 6 kilometers last night. My knee is very close to recovery. ACL tears are not fun. Gonna go for 7 next time. Good day from Australia. Well, I can't wait to hear about your 7. Snaps for your 6. And I hope that your knee just continues to heal and that you are able to just keep slaying these goals. That's amazing. Snaps to you. Look at all these little hearts. Martin's sending me little healing hearts. Thank you. Casca's average distance I walk is between 5 to 6 miles a day with my dogs. Good grief. Yeah, we don't walk that far because it's too hot. In the fall, I tend to walk a lot. Derek says, time to convince Amanda to dance. Well, you guys can tell me in the super stickers which dance moves to do. And you're going to laugh a lot. I'm going to make an idiot of myself. Skull Crusher. I'm in a city for once after staying in the countryside for so long because of COVID, and I like doing shopping, laugh out loud, helping me with my mental health. Shopping. My dear sweet shopping. I miss you so much. One day we will reconnect. One day. I miss shopping. But snaps to you for finding that boost, that energy boost, that mood boost, because I can tell you I love shopping too, but that's not something that's going to be a possibility for me for a bit, but that's okay. I find other things that bring me joy, but I'm glad that you are finally able to reconnect to that. As beautiful as the countryside is, being out there long enough, I'm sure can feel quite isolating. Damien says, any comedy you like to watch when you need a laugh? My go-to movie is Yes Man. That's a movie that it makes me laugh and inspires me. So that's kind of my go-to. To be honest, I do watch honest trailers and cinema sins and things like that. I really like that kind of my brain is seriously about 15% capacity. I really like the I literally can't think of the word. Oh my gosh. I can't think of it in either language. The commentary and stuff like that. I really do like commentary and stuff like that. Ryan George, I love his channel. So those are kind of the comedy stuff. I don't really like movies, especially when I'm in that kind of place, when I'm needing a laugh. I like more of the videos, content like that. And of course, I like supporting other creators. So I like Ryan George, Cinema Sins, and Honest Trailers. Those are kind of the things that give me chuckles. And plus, John Bailey from Honest Trailers is an amazing human, and I'm really grateful to know him. So that always kind of gives me an extra boost just to hear his voice and know what an amazing human he is. Maria462 says, my therapist told me dissociation is your superpower. Never hurts to turn a negative into a positive. So snaps for that. Absolutely. Dissociation is just our mind's way. It's our mind skill. So it's our mind using a skill to remove us from an incredibly traumatic or stressful situation that we just aren't sure how to navigate yet. So put on your cape and own it. I struggle with dissociation. Seriously can't think. It's the one symptom, the one mental health symptom that really scares me the most. But I do think that it can be channeled in a positive way like that. So thanks for that reminder. Thank you, Derek. Moonwalk? Oh my God, I cannot moonwalk. I think I'm gonna need to do a tutorial on this because I have absolutely no idea how to. Oh, I have this floor too, so that doesn't help because I have that on the floor. So let's see what we got here. Let's see Amanda trying to moonwalk. Gus went outside, so I'm sad now. So I think that. Oh, the chairs. Somebody is going to watch this one day and laugh. So you just drag one. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I will watch a tutorial video and try and get back to you. Okay, David says, Amanda Snap Cup song, 90s boy band theme, dancing in the rain. What? Dancing in the rain. So Snap Cup song with the night. So I have to sing the Snap Cup song with the 90s boy band theme in the background, dancing in the rain. Do I have that correct? Obviously, I can't make it rain. Make it rain. But it's been raining a lot here lately, so we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can work out if I have that correct. Let me make sure that I have that correct. So clarify for me. Oh gosh. Nick says, want to see you crumping? What the ever living fudge is crumping? Okay, I have to Google this. What is crumping? Google crumping. I swear, if something awful comes up, is a style of street dance popularized in the United States, described as Afro diasporic dance characterized by free, expressive, exaggerated, and highly energetic movement. So basically, I'm on speed. Do I have to go take some blue sky first for this? Please don't block my video again, YouTube. They block me for that too. I will just crumping. I feel like I'm gonna have to make a list and crumping, just the word crump, like highly exaggerated. Okay, highly exaggerated movements. What kind of highly exaggerated movements can I do today? Like, what the everything hell are you all on about? Ow, that actually hurt. I'm gonna injure myself. I just I can't breathe. Oh, I'm breathing. I can't breathe. I will look this up, and I promise that we will that I will get official on what crumping is. Oh, Angela Storm says, an oldie but goodie is the Three Stooges. You know, I never really liked the Three Stooges, but I'm not really into that kind of slapstick comedy. Angela Storm says, what is the saddest movie you've ever watched? Oh, geez. Saddest movie I've ever watched. I can't think off the top of my head of the saddest one I've ever watched. I'm going to have to think for a minute. I'll reflect for a minute and get back to you. I've definitely cried as a kid when Old Yeller died. Yep. Marcus says MJ is turning in his grave. Absolutely. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh gosh, I hope that everyone is getting a really good laugh out of this, because I feel like an idiot. Yep, you broke me. You broke me, Amanda. Yeah. This is me dancing. So somebody's just saying you need to do really exaggerated movements. If anybody says floss, I swear to God, I will put 6 rounds into this computer. That is not gonna. You can give me $1,000 pledge right now, and it's not happening. No flossing. Davey says deep breaths. See, look, Casca, what have you done? You have broke the channel by combining the sacred Snap Cup song with flossing. I just can't. I can't look right now. I can't do this. I just can't. I think saddest is either A, Walk to Remember. I don't think I saw Walk to Remember. Oh gosh. Aaron, how do we need to collectively donate to get you to do a full video of Amanda's dance moves? What do you think the total should be for that, guys? How much do we need to raise? How much do we need to pledge to do that? Jesus, no. Oh my gosh. I will have to look at this stuff. I will definitely have to look stuff up, because I have no idea what a lot of these trendy dances are. So flossing is rather cringe after all this time. Cringe is an understatement. Not even sure if it counts as a sad movie, but Forrest Gump just makes me cry every time. I just could never understand how people saw Forrest Gump as a romance story in any way, shape, or form, because it was just sad. It was very, very sad to me. David, what is flossing? Don't go there. Just shh. Quiet, my sweet child. Jake Smith says, my win will come in a couple weeks. Going to Pittsburgh Steelers training camp, my first time I've ever been there. You know, I'm not into sports, so I'm not quite sure I know what a training camp is, obviously, but I'm not quite sure what that means in the male world or in the sports fan. I'm sorry not to generalize interests and stuff like that, but I imagine that is something to get very excited about. I'm excited for you, even though I might not completely understand. I'm excited for you. So kudos to that. Oh, geez. Ballerina dancing. Nick, oh, Jesus. 25 says ballerina dancing. I mean, ballerinas are just pretty much on their toes, right? Toes. I know nothing about ballerina dancing, and I can't get a spin or anything going here. Ta-da! You should go get your tutu and dance. That tutu is not actually wearable. This tutu was made out of coffee filters as a project for a fashion design thing that I was doing. Oh, sorry, the chair's there. You can't see that. But that tutu was made out of coffee filters as a recycling fashion project. But I can try to be a pretty ballerina. Am I a pretty ballerina? Pretty ballerina. I've literally had no context to ballet except watching movies like Save the Last Dance. So, Elkin says, I would help you with PayPal, but don't know how to. David, can you help Elkin? Because I don't know how it works. I've never been on that side. Oh, gosh. I think we've created monsters here with this. Oh, gosh. Yes, I'm going to have to look up crimping. Because I'm just really curious. Oh, Erin says, yet. You are correct. I do not know how to dance like a ballerina yet. Absolutely correct. I thought flossing was the thin lingerie part that goes between the cheeks. I love you all so much. I needed you all today. Don't think I realized how much I need this. Damien says, not a bad ballet effort, that one. At least I know what ballet looks like. I don't know what crumping looks like. So exaggerated movements to me just sounds like, oh, it makes me think of Blazing Saddles. Please tell me every human in this chat has seen Blazing Saddles. And if not, we are going to have a movie night. I got to indoctrinate Aaron into Blazing Saddles, by the way. But it makes me think of that in scene where they're just stick out your pants, like push out your tush. That's what that makes me think of, is that. So that's where my mind went. Yes, I am having lots more fun. I think I just needed something to break up the insanity going on. Eric Holst says, plie, duh. Oh, by the way, Eric, you missed it. We got to watch clips. Oh, God. We can't tell nobody tell Eric what we were watching in the Patreon chat this morning because I didn't realize that might qualify for him to murder me. So there's that. Dana turning into Dance Monkey. Okay. You know, I will often say, in the 5-day challenge, actually, there is an entire, so any of you that need more random Amanda dancing, go join the 5-day challenge, because the one is an entire 2 songs of me and Bryson dancing as part of the video, as part of the exercise. So you get to watch us dance or me dance through 2 whole songs. So if you need a little bit more of that, make sure to check it out. Oh gosh. Oh God, Eric is on a rampage now. But it's good for mental health because it gets your heart rate up, it gets some of the endorphins and stuff flowing, and endorphins make you happy. Exercise releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy, and happy people just don't go killing their husbands. I think that's perfect with the snap cup, right? I need a Amanda Dance Monkey in my life. Eric Holst, there is going to be a huge body bag list pulling up a list of all your Patreons. They didn't know. Don't blame them. Take it out on me. They didn't know. Martin says, Amanda, you know the energy you feel now, that's how life should be lived. Never forget to smile. And that's what I was saying, is mental health sometimes is just being really goofy and just getting with your friends and doing dumb stuff with each other. Not dangerous stuff, but just silly stuff or dumb stuff, or getting with your dog or your kids or whatever and just letting loose a little bit. And I needed it. And sometimes I think it's important to connect with other people because we don't know what it is we need in the moment. But then when people start suggesting stuff or doing stuff, we just get pulled into this whole different energy. And I don't know about you, my entire energy has just shifted in the past 20 minutes. So I'm a lot less homicidal. Apparently now I'm on a hit list, but I'm a whole lot less homicidal and angry. It was only about a minute and a half, Eric. Actually, I think it was only a minute. I was trying to share part of my childhood with my new little family. Nick says, happy people make me want to punch them. So every time I don't, please don't punch me. No, Aaron was not on the call, Eric. Been pro-derping for a long time. Derek was the bad guy. Derek, warrior poet, Y'all are in trouble. Y'all are in trouble. Edward S. says 5-day challenge is worth the time if you haven't done it. Thank you so much. I think Edward's just saying that because he's trying to encourage you all to come watch me dance like an idiot. Plus, you get the Eskimo reference that we were making earlier in here. So 2 wins for that. That will be linked below. But if you just go to happinessboost.life, you can sign up and take that free challenge. I will come into your mailbox every day for 5 days. So you have to put up with the space for 5 days straight. So for all the content that I am slacking on a little bit, you get a little extra Amanda stuff. How cool of a name is War Moose? Laugh out loud, seriously, it's good. Warrior Poet says, I'm missing something. I'm confuzzled. Gosh, I don't even know whether or not to admit this because I feel like then Saul over here is going to have evidence against me. I'll share with you later in private. Warrior Poet. I'll let you know what's going on. I'll fill you in. I'll keep you in the circle. I'll never get the image of you crumping out of my head again. You know, sometimes I go back and watch parts of my videos because I need to reflect on something I said, or maybe I will feel the need to expand on something in a later video or something. I'm never watching this video ever. I just want y'all to know that I will never be watching this. Oh, so yes, saddest movie I've ever watched. You know, it's really weird because I've seen a lot of sad movies, and now that you put me on the spot, I absolutely cannot think of one because I was just reminded here. I absolutely, even after reflecting, can't think of a sad movie. I guess maybe that's a good sign that my mind's not there. But, oh, what was that one? I think it was called Blue October or Blue Monday, Blue something. But that movie was really depressing. Nick says, Miss Amanda, we would have you no other way than you are. Well, thank you. I'm glad that I can just be completely weird. Yes, Angelic Storm, I did think the My Father is a Liar video was sad, but also happy. There was a mix of emotions, very big grab bag of emotions in that one. Oh, thank you. Thank you. DSG Goodbar. Glad you said that. Yep. Up is the saddest movie I've ever seen in my life. I was actually just talking about that movie the other day. I don't know why that didn't come to my mind, but for obvious reasons that I struggle with depictions of miscarriage anyway. And the thought of having to explain that to, I fortunately didn't watch it with Bryston, but the thought of having to explain that to the kid you're watching it with is kind of screwed up on Pixar's part to put parents or caregivers or whatever on the spot to have to explain such a complex thing to the kids watching it. But also everything about that movie was just really miserable. I mean, this guy that he looks up to turns out to be a jerk, and in the end our main character just kind of dies. He never really has any positive shifts that happened for him. At least I only watched the movie once, and what I remember, it was just depressing from right out the gate, completely on. It took about 2 minutes to get really depressing and just got worse. Thank you for reminding me of that movie. I had this just talked about the other day, so I imagine the only reason I forgot it was just because my brain is pretty much offline right now. Marley and Me is a little sad too. I've heard how that ends, so I don't really have any desire to watch that movie. Warmoose Eternal says, I got a song that I think you'd like, Amanda. Alex Terrible did a cover of Given Up by Linkin Park. It's wild. I really struggle to listen to Linkin Park covers because even if they are good, they're never going to be as good as the original to me. And because I have such a special place in my heart for Linkin Park, it's really hard for me to listen to other people trying to do their own version of the songs. Malafora 745. Hi, Amanda. Chat. Hello from Kaimru. I'm not sure how to say that. UK. Well, hello to you too. Glad to have you in here. The character in the movie Up sounds like the Metallica song, The Unforgiven. I don't know if I've heard that song. I don't know if I've heard that one. Martin Finn, I'm a rock. I keep myself alone. I am not worthy to have friends in the physical sense. You're absolutely worthy, darling. And I know that our shadow can tell us all sorts of things that we accept as truth because it's a voice inside of us, right? So it makes sense that it is only speaking facts. But I encourage you to challenge that, like you were in court. Challenge the actual facts behind that statement, because I assure you that there's nothing that someone else has that you don't have, and you have a lot of positive qualities. I can just tell from your messages here, you have plenty of positive qualities that people would be blessed to have in their life. And if you were here, I would definitely be your friend. So your shadow, to your shadow. Goldie says, I was going through a relationship back then and it ripped my heart out, but also showed me that at one point I was loved like that. But the loss of a relationship like that is painful. It absolutely is. And you're right. It does show that you're capable of it. You're worthy of it. So there are silver linings to that sort of situation. So we have about 5 minutes. So anything else you would like to make Monkey Manda do today? So I guess I'm not Mental Manda today. I'm Monkey Manda. So anything else you'd like to have Monkey Manda do today before I jump off here? And I think I'm just going to, obviously I need to go eat lunch and I actually have a good dog walk to go do. But I think I'm just going to try and knock some things off my to-do list just to balance it out a little bit so it's not just piling up more and more and more. I need to really sit down and get some direction with some of these major situations because they're just getting too heavy to not have any ideas or direction. There are times when just going with the flow and allowing things to unfold as they are going to is positive, but then there's times when it's necessary to look at a situation and say, okay, there are things within my control in the situation, and I need to figure out where I'm going to put my energy and which actions are worth that energy and that effort. So right now, there are situations that are completely out of my control, and I'm just having to say, you know what, you're on the bottom list of my triage right now. But then there's things that they're monumental, they're huge, they can't be ignored, they have to be dealt with, and I have to figure out how, and I have to really break it down and figure out what the best options are to move forward or to disengage or whatever the case is with these situations. So I think today is just going to be a lot of planning and trying to knock out some stuff. So wish me luck. No matter what, remember that you have built a fantastic community of friends if you ever need us. And I am so grateful for you. So thank you, Derek. I know that place very well. I'm from North Pueli on the coast front. Oh, I think he's talking to David. One situation being videos being blocked. Yes, before we get off here, I would like to touch on that. It is incredibly frustrating because I don't know at this point what's going to be blocked. So it's been throwing off my content release schedule as well. So on top of the stress that I'm dealing with and the mental health struggles that I'm having, I'm really proud of myself because I'll film my stuff and schedule it to release. And then so half of it gets blocked. So it's thrown off my whole schedule. And it's really been a challenge because I don't know how to combat that, except I guess just have extra stuff filmed and pray that doesn't get blocked too. I don't know. I don't want to stress about it too much, but it definitely is incredibly irritating that they don't somehow tell you up front what content is off limits, because a lot of bands are flattered when we do reactions for them because it's free publicity for them, and we're giving them feedback and they're getting to hear that firsthand from people who aren't their fans, just individuals who have never been exposed to their music before. So I know a lot of musicians are really proud to have reactions done, and even some of the bigger artists and stuff really like to see the interaction, right? Because we're interacting with their work and with their music. So I just never know which record labels are going to crack down. So uh, some of it isn't a matter of me not making content. It's a matter of my content getting blocked. And like I said, I actually got blocked because I said blue sky in a video, and apparently that was drug references. What? Have watched plenty of commentaries on Breaking Bad where people talk about it, but it flagged my video for it, and I have no idea why. So, David Gaps, thank you. Says Amanda's mental health is more important than any video. We understand. We love you. Thank you so much for your pledge, and I love you too. Mwah. Thank you guys for pledging, for lifting my vibes and my spirits today. I definitely needed it. I think I need to go eat my lunch, go walk the doggies, go cuddle Gus, and knock some stuff out. Damien, blue sky drug reference. Blue sky is the meth in Breaking Bad. It's Walter White specific formula. Thank you, really cheered me up. I'll try to catch these in the future, Marcus. I'm glad. Welcome. I'm glad. I hope to see you back. Edward says, are you able to do virtual appointments to get you back on track? Amanda has some resources for virtual appointments. If you need help, I do. If you know what, I will just link it below. Or David, can you pull the BetterHelp link? I believe it's betterhelp.com/Amanda Webster, and you can get 10% off your first month of professional therapy. And BetterHelp sponsors a lot of my videos, so they're very supportive of the channel, and they do offer 10% off to my viewers for their first month of professional therapy. So yeah, you can connect with a professional licensed therapist online. It's really amazing during this time where it's just so difficult for a lot of people to get out of the house, or so nobody really wants to drive anywhere with gas as expensive as it is. So it's a really amazing option. Yes. Derek says, don't get stuck with a Salamanca. I hope I don't get stuck with a Salamanca with Gus. We were talking earlier about Gus, the dog, getting his forever home because I'm fostering him, and we were talking about what if he ends up with a Salamanca family? Like, what if just by random happenstance the family that adopts him is a Salamanca? That would be kind of dark and scary. But maybe it'll be a distant cousin, you know? Wait, a distant cousin twice removed, something to that effect. Phoenix Falls has recently found your channel and fell in love with your content and attitude. Keep it up. Thank you. Happy to have you here. I got to get myself a German Shepherd looking rather irked that I'm taking forever. Well, I hope that you find your little fur buddy. I got to get off here, guys, but thank you again for lifting my spirits. I hope that me making a complete idiot of myself on YouTube has brought you the slightest bit of joy, that it has boosted your mental health in the slightest bit today. So thank you, guys, and I love you. I will see you soon. Mwah.